9 bales into hay 2026, and we have the same frickin' issues. Welcome back to the channel. You guys are watching E.A.B Farms. It's been way too long since we've got a video out for you guys, so let's get into it. Wednesday, April 29th. Scraped and bedded. I don't know if we got any footage of it last night. It was probably in last week's video or last video. But we have 6 left to calve in here. So the pen shrunk up pretty good. Pairs are out here. We don't have quite enough feed reel for everybody to get silage at once, so we're feeding enough that they get full and walk away, and then the next group can walk in. But they're working out pretty good. Be nice to have these last 6. 2 of the last 6 were bottoned, so they're mystery boxes. And then we had obviously the last 4 of ours, 3 for sure. We're only 45 days bred when we preg checked, so we kind of seen that coming. 1 should be really close here, but it'd be nice to be done before May 1st, but that is not gonna happen this year. Rain's done, sun's coming out. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Monday, May 11th. We got a hog appointment tomorrow morning for 4 hogs. So we loaded up a group and we actually worked nice. The center cut in the new trailer has got a slider, so we don't have to move the cut gate. We can just move the slider back and forth. So we actually sorted off the 2 small ones of this group to hold back for I think another month and a half. So these are the guys that are going in the morning. So them are the 2 that just out of that bigger group that need a little bit more finishing. So I think they're going in a month. And then these are the 9 younger ones. Definitely growing good. Looking very nice.
Let me know. Got the new farming dog. So we're working ground, and the guy that's coming in, that's where the ground is coming.
got back from bringing the pigs, the 4366 off at my parents' because it was closest to the field. It was in between the next field. I'm running to the last farm that we have to, just 15, 17 acres that we chisel plow for the year. We're having all sorts of fun. Last field chisel plowing, I don't know, I got maybe half a dozen, 8 rounds done. A flat tire on the chisel plow. So I got, these are 900s. I believe I got a 1200 in the shed. Amanda's grabbing that along with the impact. Actually a 12.5, 15. I think it might get us by to finish up. If not, we'll have to run to the tire shop. Either way, we're gonna have to go to the tire shop at some point. But I'm hoping that tire we can slap on here and finish up chisel plowing. And actually, now that I think about it, this isn't the end of chisel plowing, but this will get all the grain corn in because we still have to take off the winter rye at home and spread manure, and that will be chisel plowed too, more than likely, to put silage corn in. So, but that's probably 2 weeks off. That'll definitely be in a different video. So just waiting. She should be here 15, 20 minutes. We're not all that far from home. Maybe 11 miles, 10 miles, I don't know, something like that. It's already recording, so don't touch it. Yeah, tell them what we're doing. Hey!
Somebody.
Who's somebody? Mom?
Somebody broke the tractor tire. Somebody did. And so we're putting a new tire.
Who paid for it?
Dad.
You?
Dad.
Okay. New tire on. Check mark. We are back at the farm. Amanda's finishing that field. Let's show you what happened. Supposedly a thorn poked through. So little patch, and we got a good spare. There's a decent amount of tread left. There is a little bit of sidewall cracking, but it'll be a decent spare. There goes Amanda, me and the kids. Wesley, and Courtney's way the heck on the other side of this 40, are out here. You probably can't even see me with the sun. Checking this new seed in. Oh, now I'm squinting. Alpharex 5400 hybrid. Very excited to take you guys along on this field. Expecting very good things. This is the top tier, highest, best hybrid alfalfa that we have to offer at Alpharex. So I'm going to try and document as much of that as you can. A lot of you guys ask why we don't show much of the seed dealership on YouTube. There really isn't a great reason for that. And I think it's probably time we start showing these awesome alfalfa products. So, like I said, It says high force 5400. So I don't know if you guys can see Courtney. She's way on the other end. But Amanda's going back. We're gonna jump the side by side. We gotta get home, and I think hopefully we're gonna chisel plow where the sweet corn's going. Then we're gonna have to unhook that, get the disc ready, and get that ready to work around. So these guys have been all day today. Let's see if I can zoom in. But yeah, very, very, very nice stand out here. My way back. This is a bad time to be doing anything as far as filming for you guys, just because of the sun. I don't know how it's going to show up. This field, typically I plant everything with annual ryegrass and terminate the cover crop after first cut, but this annual ryegrass was never terminated. So you can see there is a very, very little amount of annual ryegrass. I mean, less than 0.5%, not even. But it is out here, and that should clean up within the first cutting, especially if it does not head out. But just thought I'd show you guys, there is a little bit. I do prefer, after first cut new seeding, to terminate it, and then on full pure alfalfa, terminate it, and then take a pure stand of second cut new seeding. But this stuff didn't come back enough to justify the expense of terminating the annual rye. $9:30 Wednesday evening. We're playing shed switcheroo because we got to get to that piece of equipment. It's been a heck of a day, but we got to do some rearranging, and this will probably be the only clip for today. It's been a rough day. It's busy. Combine started right up. That's a plus. So the new batteries and alternator must have worked. Or no, we did a starter in this thing. So everything's good. Pull this out, we gotta pull the sprayer out, we gotta pull the tedder out, we gotta pull the chopper out, pull the disc vine out, and we're switching blades this evening yet. So come along. Actually, don't come along, just dark, and I probably won't record. So Thursday afternoon here. Wasn't really planning on this project, but it is gonna start raining. They're talking upwards of 3 inches again. So I decided they were wearing off on where we put the new Ritchie, wearing the ground out, which I knew was going to happen. We got to pour more concrete, but I'm going to try this for a temporary fix. I tore out a sidewalk, so I laid 3 chunks in, then I'm putting a little light layer of gravel on. So we'll see if this works. Just a quick temporary patch job, that's all. And that's the finished product. Should hold up for a few days anyways, and a few inches of rain, but that ain't perfect. But it was a quick fix. Calves are looking nice though. You're always curious. They're gonna go drink. At least it's gonna get slimy on top and it'll be messy on top, but the concrete underneath should keep them from really tearing it up. Amanda's out here working our field on the county line down on, technically this is an old peat farm. I don't know if they ever harvested peat out of this field per se. It is working up hard, clumpy. It's a bad example because this is the headlands you haven't been on. This is the first year I have ever chisel plowed this field. This was always minimum tillage, just to get the top inch or two to dry out, because it is muck, especially when it's wet. But there was such a hard layer of compaction, I decided to chisel plow it. Should have been done in the fall, just ran out of time. Hoping, we got tomorrow is good, which is Saturday, and then Sunday we have rain starting for Sunday, Monday, and they're talking 2 to 3 inches. So I'm hoping that we can get this in, and one more other field of dry corn. And then after that, all we will have is teff grass and silage corn, but we gotta wait till we harvest that rye before we can put the silage corn in. So haven't been videoing much of this planting season. It's just been one of them years. This field is the length of an 80, but there's a lot of slough holes and stuff you can't farm around, so it isn't the best running, but it's running. So I don't know if you'll be able to see your way the south end, but hopefully we can get her in tomorrow. We're gonna try and get some sweet corn in these 2 fields and watch it rain. We do need a little bit of rain. We don't need 3 inches, but I think we have the co-op's going to put 160 acres of nitrogen out on 160 acres of grass hay. We're going to start with that. I think with fertilizer prices and hay prices, we will probably just call it at that, but if the rain starts coming, we'll cover another couple hundred acres. But right now we're just going to put down some urea on our best producing. Then we'll fertilize probably alfalfa after first cut if everything's looking good and we're still getting rain. But looks like the yields are going to be very, very poor on the hay due to late frost and cool weather, and we're just behind. What else to do when you're broke down? I would see a problem I gotta take care of, but we got a new calf. These 6, I'd have to look, but I think it's been over a month since we've had a calf. Now 2 of these we knew were late bred of our own. 2 of them are purchased, so it was a mystery box. But yeah, so hopefully now that this group of 6 can start calving and we can have 6 in another group. Monday, May 18th. A little bit under the weather. Me, Courtney, and Wesley all have colds or allergies, one of the two. Gonna be a little bit of a busy week this week. We have to do a bull exam, do a bunch of parts running, and I think we're gonna run to Wisconsin to get a bull. So we'll see what we can take you guys along. I just wanted to show you, it's May 18th, I believe. The alfalfa's well over 2 feet, nice and thick. This is that 6-year-old stand. So there's some dandelions in it, but looking pretty nice. Well, it happened. Not the 3 inches. Not the 2 inches. Not even the inch. Not even 3/4. But we did get something. Bull exam today. Wednesday, May 20th. Oh, we got the windows out last night. It's just past 8 o'clock on Thursday morning. We're heading to Wausau, Wisconsin. Stay posted. Pulled over checking hubs. Look what we got there. A&W. That is one big pile of feed. Oh, they're mixing. That's pretty cool. We'll be home soon.
Happy mamas.
Well guys, Friday, May 22nd. Yesterday we went all the way out to Ormont Semitoles, had an awesome time just hanging out over there. We ended up purchasing a bull. You'll see more of that, probably not in this video, in a future video about bull power. We made it almost all the way home. Alternator, took a dump on the 6.7 Cummins. Didn't get the chance to work on that today, so we'll probably work on that tomorrow. John Deere was out at 6:10, 6 o'clock this morning, working on the round baler, and it started raining. So we're actually going to be open today in 3 to 8. By the time you guys see this video, it'll be long done for the Farm Star for Memorial Weekend. We got the new alternator slammed in. I'm going to crawl under the truck, loosen the tensioner, and Amanda's going to throw that belt on the top pulley. And then we got to put the air intake back together, and this job will be done.
What are you doing, Lane?
Trying to figure out names for the new bull. We'll cover him more, and we're not sure. Lane is a possibility.
What are you doing, Lane?
As you guys seen, we got him from Ormont Semitoles. So we're going to go for some angus genetics. Hey. But we'll cover him more in a future video. Probably the last video of the rye before we cut it. I would like to see a little bit more out here, but I need to also get the corn in, because the corn's the most important part of this equation. So we're probably 2.5 foot tall. This will be the lightest crop of rye I think that I've cut. I don't know, pretty sure about that. But so we're gonna drop this rye, and then I think I'm gonna drop some first cutting alfalfa and do some baleage wrapping. I would rather chop it, but for one, we don't have time. We got to get going. We got to get the rest of this silage corn. This silage corn is the last corn we have to plant. Then we'll be done, and then we got to put teff grass in. We'll probably put that in at the same time, and then we got to get on to first cutting hay, which is definitely set back a little bit. Yeah, this is what the rye looks like. I think if we gave it another week and a half, we'd have a heck of a crop out here. It looks nice, but it's just we ran out of days, and this stuff was planted, I think, the end of October, beginning of November. Is the latest I've ever planted. Couldn't expect too much. I mean, it wasn't a failure, but we'll be sure to take you guys along to see how it yields out. It is Saturday, May 23rd. I just dumped a 1/4 inch out of the rain gauge, so we are a little bit wet, hoping that we can start cutting some rye today, but we got a long ways to get there. Good job. Everybody up in the feeder shed is waiting for morning grain. Growing and doing well. Morning, ladies. Second red calf born on this farm. You know, they said that these new ones were bred with 2 black Angus bulls and a red bull. But I'm willing to bet that it might have been just a red bull in with this group. Nice healthy calf. Can't complain. We haven't had a calf for, I don't know, probably a month. And this is the second one in 3 days. So hopefully we can get this group nice and tight. There is 4 left, I believe. Good morning. We're out here checking this alfalfa. It's been laying for 24 hours. And it is wringing wet underneath. Beautiful drying day. It's got to be almost 90 if it's not. And extremely windy. What do you think, buddy? Don't know. Well, just like that, we're going to call this the end of the video. It's a beautiful Memorial weekend, Sunday of Memorial weekend. Tomorrow's Memorial Day. We got that alternator yesterday. Got the disc spine all ready to go. That should be hitting the field this morning here. My man is going to try and run the farm store, and I'm going to try and get some rye and alfalfa knocked down. But that'll be for next video. We're going to call that here. Hope you guys enjoyed the footage. Let us know what we can do different. Let us know what you guys want to see. Like, comment, subscribe, follow along for more. We'll catch you in the next one. Have a good week, everybody. Hip. Hip. May 29th. The bulls are going out. Come on, buddy. They know it's time to work. Come on, hip. Hip.
There you go. Big boy.
Hip. Boys are going out with the main herd.